Olympics are coming up soon. They're going to be in Tokyo.
Like they're still going through with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were just like, we don't know if we want Americans showing up and some other folks. But it's going to be a weird one. I think that the Olympics are fun whenever I can have a group of people.
Shorty said, I don't like the Olympics.
You don't like the Olympics?
Why don't you like them?
Why not? Okay, he's not going to answer now. But I like to have a group of people that I can bet with on random stuff, like events that, like pole vaulting or whatever. Yeah.
I've never...
So that's...
Not pole vaulting.
You like pole vaulting? No. Anyway.
What is that one weird one? I don't even know if it's Olympics. But it's like you throw the thing on the ice and then you like...
Oh, yeah. And then they take like brooms or whatever and dust the ice or whatever.
Starts with a C.
I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, that would be a fun one to bet on.
Called? My dad used to watch that.
Really?
On TV
like
sometimes.
Interested in it?
Well, he'd be like, well, this is just weird. And then he'd watch it for like an hour and a half. And then I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Queuing or...
That's what I like the Olympics for. There is a video created by the great, the mighty internet historian, The Curse of the Olympic Flame. I've never heard about any cursed Olympic flame or no. I guess people have tripped carrying it. Like I've seen blooper reels of people, involved in the ceremony making mistakes.
I don't know why I just thought of the episode as like the SpongeBob Olympic episode. I know you've probably never watched it.
What happened?
I don't remember. I just remember that this ceremony of lighting and like maybe something bad happened. I don't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, internet historian will probably give us an update on what this is all about.
Wow, okay, I'm going to be doing some real history for once.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
2,800 years ago, there were these guys called the Greeks. They're extinct now. But when they were around, they invented the Olympics.
Let me touch it. No.
To start the games, they would take a bunch of virgins, not that kind, who would do a ceremony and light a torch using a curved mirror. That torch would light a cauldron, which would burn throughout the duration of the games. Which didn't go for very long, by the way. Back then, there were only about 4 events. Stick throw, heavy frisbee, wrestling, and a 4th thing. So you were done in about 45 minutes and back to the villa in time for a traditional taco dinner. But here's the important bit. The cauldron is tradition, but the torch relay is totally made up. It was invented in the 20th century for the 1936 Berlin Olympics as a symbolic piece of Aryan propaganda for you-know-who. Whoops! And so ever since, it's been cursed.
What?
But wait, back to the thing. Because you're probably wondering how the flame gets all the way from Greece to, say, Brazil with an open flame. Well, it goes by boat, bus, and plane, carried on 4 separate miner-style lamps. When it flies, it goes business class, by the way, on 2 separate flights. Cool, now you're up to speed, and I can start cataloguing the Olympic curse. Let's start with Rio in 2016. A country so corrupt the gold medals are made of chocolate, and the chocolate medals are made of street crime. The lavish spending brought politics into the games, and it quickly became a cat and mouse game between security staff and protesters.
Damn. Oh my God.
Da Força Nacional.
I had no idea. What the hell?
They also had a jaguar as a mascot, which got spooked, probably by the fire, and then attacked one of the soldiers.
Jeez, bit me right in the face.
They shot it.
Oh.
But this isn't the first instance of the Olympics killing animals. Seoul, 1988. To celebrate the occasion, they released 2,400 white pigeons into
Why?
the stadium. A great idea on paper. But then comes the Olympic flame. And here's the big ceremonial... Oh, no. Oh.
Oh.
People reported the smell of burnt pigeon for several days afterwards. In 2008, the curse came to Beijing. Here's the route. Starting in Greece with protests. Then in Kazakhstan, the
Uyghurs.
activists attempting to disrupt, although they got arrested and deported back to China. Turkey, more of the same type of protesters and more of the same type of arrests.
You violated the law.
Russia, protests. Then in Great Britain, the torch relay had to be detoured several times. By the time it was gone, there were over 70 arrests, and the mayor described the security team as a bunch of thugs. Also a protester with a fire extinguisher. France, more extinguishers and arrests. After 50 disruptions, they gave up and just hopped on the bus and left. Argentina, the flame was attacked with water balloons. Tanzania, no problems. Oman, no problem. India, more protests. Thailand, more protests. Malaysia, more protests. Indonesia, more protests. Australia, more protests. Japan, more protests. South Korea, more protests. North Korea... Of course there were no protests in North Korea. Vietnam, protests. Hong Kong, protests. Macau, an arrest. And then finally to China, where the gods were so angry that the torch had made it, that an earthquake happened and 70,000 people died.
Oh, jeez.
Another thing that keeps going wrong with the torch relay is that they choose the wrong people to carry it. And then, when it arrives at the cauldron, it has a habit of going out. Montreal 1976 is considered the most disorganized Olympics ever. They had just finished building the stadium in time. Well, all except the roof. So every time it rained, it went out. Luckily, a well-meaning security guard was there to rekindle it with his lighter. Funnily enough, this isn't the first time that's happened. 2014, Sochi. He gets about 5 minutes in, and then, whoops, it's gone out. So he marches over to this dude, who just gives it the old Montreal special. They later had to douse it and relay it with the official flame. Also in Athens, in 2004, the official cauldron was snuffed out by a passing breeze. 2012, the London Games. A gust of wind blew out the flame during the opening ceremony in Olympia. Look at the panic on this woman's face. In London, the rafting team here has... got splashed.
Well, I mean, duh.
Right.
In Sydney in 2000, did they pick Sonic as their mascot? Protesters were there with a fire extinguisher, but failed. The ocean failed too. But your boy, Gust of Wind, did it again. Anyway, I think you get the point. That's about the end of the video. Except to say that it'll be interesting to watch out for Tokyo 2020. It promises to be one of the longest relays ever.
Yeah, about that one. 2020 kind of missed the...
Nice to meet you.
Oh my god.
You missed. You missed. Please stop.
Okay, so maybe I missed it. Maybe I just didn't hear it. I don't know. But what was the reason for people wanting to put it out? Just because?
Oh,
or
because the government is so bad to those people in Brazil. Because, you know, there were like millions and millions of dollars pumped into the Olympics when there were people starving in the streets.
Right.
And like...
But I mean, everywhere
so
they
bad.
go, everyone tries to put it out.
Just to protest, you know, pretty much the Olympics being this huge event that pretty much shits on wherever they're being held at, and just anger with the world governments in general. A lot of times, there's a lot of reasons.
The past of like where it came from.
Oh no, but that's definitely a reason to be like, let's not do this anymore.
Yeah.
Jesus, I had no idea that was invented by Hitler, and it makes sense for it to be like Aryan symbolism and shit. I don't know, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I never knew that it was like trying to be the same flame.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I just thought they lit it for that event, and then it was just over at the end. Because
No.
that makes sense.
Yeah, to get it from the same
That's
flame.
so dumb.
So dumb.
I mean, I guess if they could actually do it, then they'd be like, that's crazy to
Yeah.
think that's the same fire. But
When they flip the man out of the wheelchair, though, goodness. Shorty's been a crybaby this whole time.
video,
What is it, buddy? Do you not like the Olympics at all?
I know exactly what it is.
Oh, because he wants some snacks.
Because I had a wrapper here.
There's no more cheese,
It's
buddy.
all gone. There
But
is no more.
anyway, yeah, the Olympics didn't really turn out for 2020 at all. So the Flame didn't make it. He was right.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
I mean, he didn't know all
Yeah.
of the rest of the story, but
But yeah. And I didn't know that it was such a big deal either. So once
I didn't
again,
either.
learning something new from the man himself. Thank you, Internet Historian. If you have not seen Internet Historian's videos before, if somehow this was your first time, go check out his channel. There will be a link in the description with the original video that we reacted to. Also, if you like this video, you could give us a like. You could subscribe to the channel. You could even hit the notification bell so you'll know when we release new videos, supposedly.
and in the comments section, you could put videos that you want us to react to.
Sounds good to me. But for this one, I think that's going to be it.
That's it.
See y'all next
Thanks
time.
for watching.